Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today I did something I've never done before. I bought a mop. I've never had to do that. And Jamie had a mop at the house and I couldn't figure out how to use it. So there's a lot of things I'm having to shop for now, that because normally what happened was Jamie would give me the list and I would just go out and get everything, that she wanted. And, I was pretty good about knowing where everything was in the store. Actually, I was better than her at it because she never really came to the store. She always sent me. And so it was Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, there's a food pantry in town, so I would come and I'd volunteer for that. And then while I was here, I'd pick up whatever groceries or whatever she had on the list. So she had a mop, and it's in like the kitchen. There's a kitchen cupboard, closet thing in the kitchen, and I open that up, and I need to go through there and clean it out. And I'm going through there, I'm like, okay, I need a mop because the floor gets dirty, people track in stuff, and we have a pretty strict rule on taking our shoes off at the door because we have animals outside, we have chickens outside, and poop gets on your boots. It's just the way it is. So you gotta have a mop, and you can wipe up messes when you see them. You sweep every day, and so you do that, but you got to have a mop. So I pulled out the mop and I'm like, how does this thing work? I think it's electric, it's chargeable, and it's got buttons on it, and we use the solar power to charge it, but I couldn't figure out how to reload it. I don't know. I was like, you know what? And it was kind of old anyway. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go and get a mop. And so I got a mop, and I don't even know if I'm going to figure out how to use this one. So normally it was just a mop, you get a mop and you put it in the bucket and, you wring it out. And this is, I guess you squeeze it, you twist it or something. At least it comes with instructions, so I'm sure I'll figure it out. But I've never had to, I've used mops before. I was in the infantry. So, when you go back to the barracks, I mopped my share of floors in the past, being in the military. But I've never, things have changed, obviously. And now they come like this, and you have a twisting thing or something that goes. And Jamie had all that figured out. So now I got to figure it out. So I'm shopping now. I'm putting things on the list. See, that's the thing. I got everything that she put on the list, but now I've got to go through and make my own list. I have to make the list. She had bullet journals and planners that she very artistically created at home, where she had master shopping list, and she would go through there, and she had the list in ink and then little squares, and you would go through in pencil and check off everything you needed, and then you would make your list from what you needed from that master list. And so I mean, she had all that, she did all that. She was very organized. So I'm gonna have to go through there and maybe just look at her master list and look at the things I need to get, because I'm going through it. I'm realizing, okay, we're out of dish soap. The last time I bought that was when she put it on the list. So she takes inventory of all those things, and now I have to. And dish soap will last you a long time. You get the kind she wanted. She had very particular kinds she wanted to get, and so I have to get things like that. There was a time she made her own dish soap, or she bought stuff from Shackley, and we still have a lot of Shackley products. That was another thing I got to figure out, because the Shackley Basic H, it's made from, it's a bean. I forgot where it's made. Is it soybean? I don't know. It's made, but it's not something you eat. It's soap, and it's a natural soap. And so that's one of the things Jamie liked. And so I got to figure out where, because Shackley is one of those MLMs. So you got to, I don't know, maybe it's her friend Jessica who got the Shackley products. I don't know. Or maybe you can order Shackley products online now. I don't know. So these are all the things I'm having to dive into now that, our world has changed quite a bit. And so one day at a time. So I got a mop today. Something else I noticed on the way into town, I got a couple stops, but then I'm going to take you over there and show you that. So I'm driving down the road today and I see this and I'm like, oh, I know what that is. It's that time of year and it almost makes me itch to want to get into it, but I can't. it's got too much going on, and that's a beaver dam right there. Beaver Dam. Whole bunch of beaver chews. That's what I saw, all these stumps over here that are chewed up, these small trees. That's what I saw, and then yeah, there's the dam. I mean, right there, plain as day. So there's a couple of good-sized beavers in here. I don't know, maybe a couple of good-sized adults, but they're making enough damage that they'll get noticed by a trapper. I haven't gone down there to look yet, but there's some good places I can already see where you could put a trap. They make channels through the water and in the mud, and those channels are the perfect place to put a trap, because they'll go through there on habit every single time, and you catch them one after the other, because they all go through those channels. And so I can see the channels that have been dug through the waterways, and that's where you put your traps. So I can't get close enough to see down there. I don't want to go through. I don't know whose property this is, and whoever's trapping, if there's someone trapping down there, they may already have permission to do that. I don't have permission to be on the land, and we're right by the roadside. So, I can't see if there's any traps down there now. Anyway, I saw that today, and it made me wish I didn't have so much on my plate right now, because I've done my share of beaver trapping over the years, and really enjoyed it. I had a guy who took me under his wing years ago when, after Jamie and I were first married, we moved back to St. Louis. I told her I wanted to learn how to trap, and she said okay. And you know, here's a guy out of college, and he wants to get down in the dirt and mud and get up early in the morning and run traps. But I wanted to learn how to do that as a skill. I thought that would be interesting, and I could learn a lot from it, and I did. And so that's what I did. I learned how to trap, and did a bunch of raccoons, did a lot of beavers. I found a good beaver hole where there was like a dozen beavers I pulled out of there that year, and I learned how to do all that. So I learned how to trap beavers. Skinning beavers is not as easy as other animals. Their backbone is really close to their skin, and so you have to be really careful or you can ruin the pelt. There's some really good professionals out there who can just do it with a knife. Most people just do it with a fleshing knife, but the guys who can do it with just a blade, those guys are amazingly skilled. And it actually brings home a little bit of history of our country that we lived in. A lot of people don't know this today because I don't even think they teach history in schools anymore. But the first major war that was fought on this continent was about that guy right there, the beaver. The French and Indian War was about beaver pelts. People in Europe, they wanted the beaver pelts, and so it was about the beaver trade. Control of Canada, New England, the Great Lake area. All of that was about beavers, because the beavers in those areas, and the rest other parts of the U.S. as well, are just amazingly luxurious. And I can't imagine. I mean, you let me know, you public school people out there, if they taught you that this country was really founded on. I mean, the reason we're a nation today is because so many people wanted to come over here initially for the beaver pelts. Long before gold was discovered or anything else, oil, it was about beavers. And the French and Indian War was about beaver pelts. So I can't imagine they teach that in schools today. I mean, do they even teach the French and Indian War? I can't imagine liberal schools would teach that. Nor would they teach you that, because killing animals, to these liberals today is so offensive. But little did they know that not only killing animals, but people were killing other people so that they could kill the animals. So, I mean, but that's history. That's what happened. That beaver was that little rodent, big rodent, was an instrumental part of the founding of this country. Anyway, a little bit of neat history there, and I thought I'd share it with you today. If I didn't have as much on my plate right now as I do, I would have absolutely went home, got my beaver traps, and came out here, found out who owned that land, and got permission, and would have trapped those beavers. Just from experience, most people love it when you come and take beavers out, because they cause an amazing amount of damage to landowners and municipalities, things like that. Just amazing amount of damage. So they usually don't have a problem with you asking permission, and usually they don't even know that there's beavers there. But if they find out, they want you to get rid of them as quick as possible before they start costing them money. So anyway, I'm heading back to the house today. Got a few more things to do, but I got some more videos coming up hopefully for you soon, and it's good to find my new normal, and we're doing that. And maybe next year when I get things settled and I get back into a rhythm, and I'll get back out there and get after those beavers. All right, see you next time on the homestead. Bye. So I drive by all the time on my way to town or coming back from town, and there's this alpaca. Or is that a llama? Is that a llama or an alpaca? It's always out there. Come here, buddy. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. But he's always standing here next to the fence. I've always wanted to stop by and pet him. He's got a halter on. He looks really tame. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. He's not so sure about me, though. He or she. Anyway, this guy, he's always standing here. He keeps watch over the cattle that are up grazing over here right now, over there somewhere. But yeah, that's our. I can't tell if that's an alpaca or a llama. Oh, is he gonna come over? Come on. Nope, he's walking away from me. Alpaca, llama, anyway, he's cute. And I looked into getting an alpaca or a llama at some point in the past. I looked at that, and because they're really good about killing coyotes, and they're really good about being protectors of livestock, although they won't take on a mountain lion, which is sometimes what you have out here. A donkey will. A donkey will kill coyotes. They will kill rattlesnakes, copperheads. They will kill snakes when they find them. We'd find dead snakes every so often on the homestead laying around that the donkey had killed. And the donkey will take on a mountain lion, but an alpaca or a llama will not. The other reason I never went with an alpaca or a llama is that you have to keep them trimmed. You have to shear them every so often, once a year or so. And that guy definitely needed a haircut. That guy, that gal, whatever, definitely needed a haircut. I don't have to give a haircut to a donkey. They don't need trimming. So another bonus for the donkey. And you know, an alpaca, some people say, well, get a dog to protect your livestock. But I got to feed a dog. A llama and donkey have that positive in their corner that they don't have to be fed. You can just feed them grass. They can eat whatever the livestock are eating. And so, you know, another win for those. But I think when you compare a livestock guardian and you look at dogs, alpaca, llama, or donkey, I think a donkey wins every time. Donkey wins every time. The issue with our donkey that we had was that it was skittish. And I think that's one of the reasons the owners decided to sell it to us. They did not, there was something mental about it. It was a skittish donkey, more normal than other donkeys are. And they had raised livestock guardian donkeys for a long time. And so they sold it really cheap. And we got rid of it really cheap. In fact, we just gave it away for free, I think. So we're going to try donkeys again at some point in time, and I think we'll have better success with it. But when you do all the comparisons of what's better, I think a donkey wins out. What do you think? Leave a comment below. All right, now really I'm going. See you next time on the homestead. Bye. Hey guys, I'm happy to introduce an American homestead sponsor, ZEAL. Now, first off, I only accept sponsors from products that I use and believe in. My family uses ZEAL mainly because we want to ensure a healthy immune system. You see, it's made up of only whole food concentrates and includes no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. The included sweetener is all natural from fruit and the stevia leaf. It's gluten-free, it's vegan, and it's kosher. In February of 2019, my wife was diagnosed with cancer and soon after began undergoing both alternative and traditional treatments. In 2018, my youngest son was involved in a bike accident that resulted in the surgical removal of his spleen, and that's an important part of his immune system. And because we live on a farm, you can guess that having a healthy immune system for our family is very important. Some of the included ingredients are beetroot, chicory root, turmeric, moringa, blueberries, cranberry, goji berry, milk thistle, ginseng, alfalfa, broccoli, and so much more. It's these natural ingredients that can easily be made into a powerful and tasty drink that my family can make and feel good about. So sign up and give it a try today. Every purchase you make goes to help the homestead so that we can continue to make great homesteading videos for you. Link is in the description below. Go ahead, give it a try. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. I'll wait.